Today we're going to be talking about preparing for the CPA exam. As a CPA myself, I know firsthand how daunting the process can be. From thinking about how are you going to start studying for the CPA exam, costs to pay for the CPA exam, and whether or not you even have the time to study for the CPA exam. We're going to go through a few questions that I get asked commonly and hopefully provide you with some tips to get started. Hey there, and welcome to Taxes for the CPA. I'm Adrina, a certified public accountant with over 10 years of Big Four and public accounting experience. Whether you're studying for your CPA exam, climbing the corporate ladder, or building your business, this channel is your go-to for real-world advice, expert strategies, and proven tips for success. Let's get into it. Starting with what does it mean to be a CPA? Personally, I think the two things to look at when becoming a CPA is the industry value and personal accomplishments. Industry value meaning, what does this do for your career? The value it adds to your career. And most importantly, how does it set you apart as a subject matter expert in your firm, your company, so that when people call upon you in your job or wherever you might be performing service, they understand that you're operating from the highest level of experience because you have obtained the highest certification that one can get while in public accounting, of course. The second one being personal accomplishment. Now for me, this one was a big one because I always wanted to be a CPA simply because it was a personal accomplishment of mine. And I went into college wanting to be a CPA, and so every step I took was aligned to get me there. Now, for some people, that accomplishment might be just the simple fact that you know you have taken and passed all 4 levels of one of the most difficult certification exams there is. So if that's your goal, then pat on the back to you because you definitely can do it. The next question is, what is the process to becoming a CPA? So the process to actually becoming a CPA varies from state to state. Personally speaking, from Texas perspective, because I am a licensed Texas CPA, you need to meet 150 hours and additional work experience goes into becoming a Texas certified CPA. So if you are in any state, it's always good to reach out to your state board and understand what the requirements are so that you are working towards the requirements and that you're not blindsided come time to register for your exam and you realize you aren't even qualified to take any part of your CPA exam. So on the line of taking the CPA exam, next we have your study materials. So as a CPA candidate, you know there's a plethora of CPA materials out there, from full courses to online study groups to in-person study sessions. There's just so much, it's endless. But when it comes to study material, I say to take your time and go through each material and maybe seek out ones that offer a brief trial period so that way you can understand what the material is offering. Does it even align with your study strategies and methods? And is this going to help you to pass the CPA exam? Don't just look at the price tag, look at the quality of the CPA material that you're purchasing. So on that line, earning your certificate. So once you've taking your CPA exam, you've passed all parts of your CPA exam, now we get to the juicy part, which is earning your certificate. But not so fast, because again, you have to have work experience to be qualified to go ahead and get your CPA certificate. Again, that may vary state to state, so be sure to reach out to your state board of accountancy and ask those meaningful questions to understand that whether or not you have the requirements, you've taken your CPA exam, and now how long do you have to work to actually file for your CPA certificate. Also be mindful that a lot of times you do have to work under a certified public accountant or for a certified public accounting firm to even for your work experience to qualify. So make sure you're reading the fine lines before working and realizing that all of that work experience is not even going to count towards becoming a CPA. And then once you've got the work experience, go ahead and file that thing, right? Because you've done all the work, now it's time to file and sit and wait back to receive your certificate in the mail. But finally, not too fast. Now that you've got your certificate in the mail, maintaining your certification. Now, this is a big part of being a CPA and maintaining your CPA certification. You've done all the work you've gone through college, you studied for the CPA exam, you've taken and passed the beast of the exam. Now you have to make sure that you maintain your CPA certification, and that's through CPEs. Each state, addition to the AICPA, has a requirement that you have to meet every year to maintain your CPA. So make sure you're maintaining your CPEs each year so that your CPA license does not get revoked. And finally, ethics. As accountants, we are held to the highest of standards ethically. And as a CPA, that standards get tipped a notch above. So make sure that you are maintaining ethics in what you do, what you say, how you perform, and even how you show up. Because ethically, making sure that you're aligned with the ethics board will enable you to not only maintain your CPA, but to help others out there understand that you are subject matter and put trust in you that you're going to be acting on their best interests. And finally, if you found this video helpful, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And watch out for my next video. It's going to be on deciding which CPA exam to take. I'm going to link it somewhere on the screen. Thank you and bye.